Morning, friends. Show up, do good, raise millions and send those millions to charity. It's really not difficult, is it? And these two are shining again. Yes, and those missing millions that were conjured up by the UK press as part of a 5-year-long smear campaign. Guess what, guys? Shock horror. It turns out the missing millions are not missing at all. In the same week that Kate Middleton is literally being praised for wearing a dress and a tiara, I'm not making it up. Like, literally, that is a story. These two have raised 1.3 million last year, 5.3 million this year, and people are voting with their feet and with their dollars. If the press's summation of these two was correct, as in nobody likes them, they would not be able to raise $5.3. Never mind $5.3 million. Their foundation is going from strength to strength. The UK non-working royal family don't want us to read this news. Thank goodness that we can get it digitally from over the sea. Comments are open, guys. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Well, we found out yesterday that Kate Middleton is actually meaner than Scrooge, and that's some achievement. And yes, I know Scrooge is a fictional character, but even Scrooge managed to send the Cratchit family a turkey and some presents for the children. Kate has sent a charity a tree. And I'm not being mean, but if you just dissect this, a Christmas tree is one of the easiest things to obtain at this time of year. There's lots of them. You can get them from anywhere, and because there's lots of them, the cost of them is low. Why didn't Kate use her unlimited time, resources, and money to send the charity something they really need? Something that needs skill or resources to acquire. Something that would be useful for the disabled children. Maybe something for next summer. A fully paid for, fully expensed day out to the seaside. I don't know. But there's so many options out there that would have been better than a tree. I just can't get my head around who advises these people. You don't send charities things that they can easily get themselves. You'd help them out with the hard things. How difficult is it? Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Kate's Carol concert invitation, that's difficult to say, is continuing to wind social media users, particularly on X, off the clock, and I'll tell you why. In my opinion, the content of that typed letter sent to all the people that she wants to appear at the Carol concert is showing just how far removed from the pressures of life the British non-working royal family are. And it's this sentence which is absolutely infuriating literally tens of thousands of social media users. Finding space to live, taking yourself away from the pressures of daily life. There's literally with people with 3 jobs commenting to say, I do not have a minute for myself. It's a choice for me with children every single day, whether the house is warm or whether they get a nutritious meal. If I took myself away from my job, I would not receive any pay and I would be fired. Literally mapping their own experience of life to Kate's freedom and access to unlimited resources. Kate is still warm and fed if she does not work. Kate has the time, the position, and the environment not to work. The reality for most families in the UK is very, very different. And this tone-deaf approach by Kate, maybe bolstered by leaks from Buckingham Palace, that's my opinion, is just not going down well. Comments are open, guys. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Let's do some unboxing together as Kate was literally probably dusted off and rolled out for the Qatari state visit to London yesterday. And just before we start, I'll never be first to these stories, guys. I like to wait 24 hours to see what plays out and give some more detailed analysis post that. So firstly, Kate was lauded yesterday in the press, including in this image, which has been heavily edited, by the way. You know what I'm saying. She was lauded for what she is wearing. To me, she looks like she could be an employee of Qatari Airlines. I don't know why anyone advised her to wear this colour, but the press loved the hat, the 30 grand earrings, the ring, the dress, the nod to the Queen. Nonsense. How anyone can live their life being lauded and applauded for what they wear rather than what they've done is beyond me. But anyway, we all know Kate, number 2, was invited to the official daytime reception. Even David Beckham got an invitation to the evening do, the ball. Kate has been benched yet again. And was she benched because, or is this a reason, William appeared to touch her shoulder? Now, the Daily Mail picked up on this change of approach. He's not touching her back anymore. The shoulder touch was one of confident reassurance, all just absolute puff pieces and hot air. He touched the shoulder. To me, she seems to shrug and walk away. There seemed to be an awkwardness between Kate and William. The cameras picked it up. Unless you're dead inside, which clearly I'm not, you would pick it up too. Something is definitely going on there. Have a great Wednesday. My voice is still bad from the gig on Sunday night. Apologies for that. It's running club tonight and I'm full of cold. Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Hope you're up and at 'em like me. Looking forward to Christmas and I hope you've got a busy week planned. Get to the point, Martin. I will do. Did you know that Harry was nuts for dating Meghan Markle? And I wonder what the Daily Mail really think about him marrying her. That kind of stirring pot of hate is being regurgitated. And didn't we all predict this weeks ago? As soon as Mumbelina was benched twice from 2 royal state events, including one this week, we absolutely said that these 2 would become the focus of attention and the media would start throwing dirt at them. I personally do not care whether someone's vegan, vegetarian, meat eater. I don't care whether they're pro-sports, anti-sports. I just let people get on with their life. And I'm sure it's the same for you. Yes, we all have strong opinions about what's right and wrong, but what people choose to do with their time is very much up to them. Harry's the happiest man on the planet. Mumbelina won't be around this week because she's been benched for the 2nd time. I hope the Qatari royal family, who do tend to work hard, by the way, unlike ours, have a brilliant time in the UK. Comments are open, guys. Let me know what you think. Morning, guys. Not sure if you saw this article before it mysteriously disappeared. Just let me unbox it because it's actually quite interesting, which is probably a first for the Daily Mail. Someone's obviously had a conversation with William about the tensions in Europe, which is very tense at the moment. We all know that. And what he would have to do if Britain came under attack. Here's the interesting bit. This guy has access to a multitude of nuclear bunkers. He doesn't have to worry about himself or Kate. But apparently, in these multitude of nuclear bunkers, there's no provision for any of his kids, which is really weird. Mortals like us, we're just dispensable. You know, we don't matter. There's no provision to keep us safe. But obviously, in Britain, the royal family are very different to everybody. So William and Kate would be fine. He'd be locked in a bunker with members of the government. He's like basically saying, what about my kids? What he should be saying is, what about all the rest of the people in the UK and my children? But obviously, as a royal, he just forgets about the peasants. Comments are open. Have a brilliant Monday. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Harry, Meghan, Kate, William. Let's do a rundown of what they've achieved or not, if you know what I'm saying, in November underneath this lovely, shocking and completely rememberable headline from Piers Morgan, because guess what? I think we all think the same. So starting off strong with Harry, addressed members of the UN, telling them all about Invictus and how they can join him on his quest to support injured service people all over the world. Then he went on to launch his Invictus Schools program and was pictured all over the globe playing seated netball, I think it was, with a load of kids. They absolutely love him. And then he turned into a sports anchor. Flashed all over the screens of most families across the globe. Brilliant. Meghan then had an intimate dinner for refugees, turning up, doing good, literal hands-on work supporting people. And of course, they launched their Netflix documentary about Polo, which again was picked up by every single news channel all over the world. Are you still with me? Let's move on to Kate and William and the other lot that tend to live in the UK. So Andrew miraculously found £3 million a year to pay for his own security. Articles today asking him where he got the money from. He's a national security risk. Who is willing to give him £3 million a year to pay for his own security? Kate has been benched twice. And of course, biggest thing on Remembrance Day, her name was left off William's wreath. So on the cenotaph, the poppy wreaths, Kate's name was nowhere to be seen. Very odd, smells a bit fishy. Comments are open as ever, let me know what you think. We found out that William's overcharging the NHS and UK public services by £50 million a year, while his tenants live in damp conditions. We also found out that Charles's tenants have single glazing and inadequate heating. Says it all, doesn't it? They live in luxury, their tenants literally are freezing cold. Camilla went to India twice, once on the way to Australia, stayed in a luxury spa, and once on the way back. What else have the taxpayer-funded lot done? Not a lot. Happy 1st of December. Have a brilliant day. Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Stop the clock because Kate has penned an emotional invitation. Not a normal invitation, an emotional invitation to the people she wants to attend her star-studded Christmas concert. And let me tell you, before I deconstruct it so you don't have to read it, it smells a bit off. And when I say a bit off, I mean a lot off. If you didn't know, Kate has this concert every year to reward, in her own words, there's so many people across the UK who are embracing those in need. And to start off with that statement, when she's not doing that herself, to me, suggests that somebody else has written this for her. Let's get further into the text. She wants us all to provide comfort to those in need. Physician, heal thyself. If you are promoting at Christmas time that we should all provide comfort to other people, Kate, I'm sorry, whatever you're going through and whatever you've been through, you need to do it with yourself, starting with your family, Harry and Meghan, first. What else as we get deeper into the text? There's deeper things that connect us, very true, whether you're religious or not. Rewarding those with a high level of empathy. I'm, again, not sure Kate was living by the empathetic rules of life in the past, and whether she is now is even less clear to me. Also, receiving love is the greatest gift that anyone can get. And I totally agree with that, but I actually live by that myself, or I hope I do. I'm hypercritical on what I do as a person. I believe that I do put a lot of effort into making sure that other people feel loved. Stop the waffle, Martin. The link's open in my bio for the t-shirts and the merch. I'm just testing this stuff. I wanted to wear one myself to check on the quality. I'll do a separate post about what it all means later. Comments are open. Would love your opinion. Morning, friends. Well, this one is definitely 100% true, right? But remember, the press always know more than we do. So we're being told, we're being force-fed, that these two, William and Kate, are going to spend a nice, quiet Christmas together to be together whilst they rebuild their marriage following Kate's cancer and the rumours of William's affair and all the terrible things they've been through this year, because, of course, it's all about them, not anyone else, not the other 65 million people in the country. It's all around these two. Turns out that Kate hasn't been to the last two major royal events, but yes, they're still going to be together. Is it going to be a cute royal version of that film, The Holiday? Is it going to be a not cute royal version of the film Die Hard? That's always on at Christmas in the UK, guys, by the way. No idea why. Die Hard, Holiday, somewhere in the middle. What's happening to Kate? Does anybody really care? Is this a puff piece to keep them in the headlines? Probably. Comments are open, guys. Let me know what you think. December happens tomorrow. Yay. Morning friends, it's nearly December and I'm really excited about that, but I'm also excited because a sample of my merch drops this afternoon. It's coming through the post. I might wear it to do a little video upload later on today. Get to the point, Martin, I hear you shout. We're finding out now why Kate has been benched for 2 major royal events. It's because of the tension between Camilla and Kate, because Camilla isn't quite ready for Kate to become queen. Yes, that's right. Camilla fought for decades, stood up, horizontal. She scraped for decades to get in her current position, bedding the king before and during his first marriage, his real marriage, right? And now Camilla isn't ready for someone else to take her title. You could not make this stuff up. It's like Game of Thrones without the dragon, although one could argue maybe dragons take a different physical form in 2024. Have a brilliant Saturday. Might see you in the next video or one this afternoon. Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Morning friends, let's deconstruct what's happening in the media machine designed to support this Shakespearean level of acting and tragedy. And believe me, the Shakespearean level of drama is just about to start. Let's go. Charlotte didn't know about William's beard. The press leaked it. That indicates to everybody Charlotte is with Kate and Kate is not living with William. William is now telling us that the boys have got a really noisy hobby, playing the drums. William's confirming that the heir and the spare are with him. Are you still with me? Kate has been benched from 2 major royal events, one last week, one coming up next week. Kate is being moved out of the family. She is being portrayed as someone that's not going to be supporting the royal family in any working capacity. Ergo, the relationship between her and William is dead. Deceased, gone, nothing left. We're then briefed today that Kate has literally done the square root of all to help any cancer patients anywhere. Previous story, look it up. The commentary in the article told us that any decent human being could help cancer charities by doing things as simple as sharing images on social media. Big picture of Kate, who has done none of those things. Kate is persona non grata. Kate is out, somebody else is coming in. I don't think Kate will be at those carol services at Christmas. I might be wrong. Comments are open. Let me know what you think.
All right, thanks for coming, guys.
Dr. Biden, do you support the pardon of Hunter?
Pardon of Hunter, Dr. Biden. Dr. Biden, what changed on the pardon of Hunter?
If you've missed my previous videos on the rise of Camilla Parker Bowles and the toxic contract with the British media, go back and watch it. I'm going to return now to the documentary. Channel 4 released this documentary on Sunday, November 24th. I'll be completely honest. I might watch it, but I have a feeling it's a lot of things that we already know and that have come from really, really good documentaries that I really think you should check out if you are interested in this, such as Reinventing the Royals and The Princes and the Press. They are both about the media relationships with the British royal family, and they're fascinating. But the thing that I took away from my hours and hours and hours and hours of research into Camilla Parker Bowles and the rehabbing of her image was that she didn't transform into a national treasure. I think this idea that she went from most hated woman in Britain to Queen Camilla national treasure is simplifying and dumbing down what actually happened. It sounds good. It makes for a very extreme narrative arc. But I think it's more apt to describe it as she won over the media. She won over the media by making friends with the media, by Charles bringing on a spin doctor who worked for the Press Complaints Commission. I can't get over that. He was the director. To come in and improve their relationship with the media, which is why you do not see as many negative stories about Camilla Parker Bowles, because they have access to her. She's willing to play ball. And it doesn't appear that Charles or Camilla's communication strategy has really changed much since the 90s, because this worked. They're still leaking. They continue to hire people from tabloids to come in and work for the royal family. This is a recipe that they have found successful. For them, I don't think it's successful long term. Perhaps most concerning is the way that it looks like the Waleses are going to continue this trend. Not only that, Kate and William are going to double down. We've seen many examples of this, that not only are they not going to be transparent, they're going to make the lives miserable of anyone in media who dares question what they do. They may not explain, but they will complain through their lawyers. Well, all of these media tactics that happen to help bring about Queen Camilla are disgusting. How do we use this history? How do we learn from this history so that does not repeat itself? Because right now, it's repeating itself. That's what's scary. William is in many ways borrowing from a similar playbook, but he's taking it to an extreme. And that is why I maintain it is my unpopular opinion that the idea of King William is not going to live up to the reality. Anyway, thanks for watching this series. Check out my other videos, follow, and if you have any questions or comments that you want me to talk about more, just drop them here. We've had our Thanksgiving dinner. I'm in my comfy cozies, so let's see how this goes. In my final video in my Queen Camilla series, which is just the video prior, I did talk about the fact that my hot take is that King William's reign will not live up to the expectations that have been put forth. Some of you want to scream at me, but just hear me out. Right now, the way that the media and the way that his comms team seems to be positioning him is that he is going to be this modern change maker king. Charles is just the bridge. William is the future, and yet he is still going to make traditionalists happy. Don't think that's possible in a world that is increasingly looking at these antiquated systems of hierarchy and saying, yeah, not too sure about that. I don't know how you can bring about true equity in the system as it stands without completely starting over. Younger generations are pretty apathetic to the idea of monarchy, and I really think it would go a long way for William as king to make some decisions about transparency when it comes to finances. The fact that the royals get to decide if they pay a tax on their duchies, don't have to pay an inheritance tax, that's bad, generally bad. We've seen Prince William lean into these tax breaks, these legal loopholes that he has as the Prince of Wales. He did not disclose how much he paid in taxes, if he paid anything at all. The fact that he's brought on William Van Cutsem as one of his advisors, well, history repeating itself because Charles's best friend was William's father, Hugh Van Cutsem. I know there's a lot of names that are the same, and that's because there's apparently 5 male names in Britain at a certain period of time. But anyway, Charles got in a little bit of hot water. Through the Panama Papers, it was discovered that then Prince Charles, his duchy, bought shares worth $100,000 plus in a Bermuda-based company where Van Cutsem was the director, and this company was focused on sustainable forestry management. So Charles was lobbying for climate policy that he had a vested financial interest in, and so did one of the advisors of his duchy. I generally think a lot of people that are starting to question a monarchy would be like, oh, okay, if they decided to have more financial transparency and follow laws like everyone else does that they're exempt from. But I don't think that's going to happen. The other thing is painting William as this modern statesman, this global statesman, which the media has only done recently because really before 2018, he was called work-shy Will. The media was regularly on Will and Kate about their lack of taking on royal duties. However you feel about his decision to be a part-time royal, he really didn't come on in this fuller time capacity until 2017, which is, of course, when you have Harry and Meghan getting together, getting engaged, and then married in 2018. What's difficult here is that William and Kate have both been trying to create this, we're going to take on less, we are going to do less visibly, but we're going to do more behind the scenes, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm saying it's kind of a harder sell, though, when you've been knocked for quite some time for not stepping into a full-time royal responsibilities. And now you're going to say, actually, we're just going to do a lot at home, okay? Like, there's a lot happening you can't see. I don't really know if that's going to work because one of Queen Elizabeth's mantras was, I have to be seen to be believed. Which brings us to another mantra that we hear a lot, and that is never complain, never explain. William and Kate They might not explain, but they are complaining through their lawyers behind the scenes. When the 2019 Turnip Toff allegations came up, Williams' white shoe law firm, Harbottle and Lewis, reached out to the media and said, do not report on this. This violates my client's human right for a right to privacy, which is ironic given that the Daily Mail argued in their case against Meghan Markle that she didn't have that same right to privacy because she's a royal. Then there was a Tatler article written by Anna Pasternak, which I interviewed her about this. There are videos on my page, and also my Substack has the full conversation. That was how William and Kate's lawyers successfully got Tatler, Condé Nast, to cut large portions of the profile of Catherine by Pasternak that they didn't like. And that Pasternak found out years later that Williams Equerry had leaked this information to the Daily Mail when they had reached a settlement. So it came out as Victorious Kate and then ripped apart Pasternak, which is apparently something that reporter who told her did not want to do. But this media relationship is getting worse. I think there's a ton of troubling signs of what King William could actually look like. Don't know if there's time or willingness to make the kind of changes that have to happen for the monarchy to really have a chance. You know, we're still in this period of, is the Elizabethan era the end? Is this it? It is time for the royal appointment. This is gonna be a fun one, y'all. A lot of new people here. Hi. The Royal Appointment is the Royals newsletter that comes out from the Telegraph Weekly. Originally started covering it when the author of that piece, who happens to be allegedly Count Chocula's niece. It's a long story, don't ask about it, but I do have a lot of bat paraphernalia now. This one was from the week before Thanksgiving. Let's see what we got. Headline: just because your voice is the loudest, it doesn't mean you're right. This is hilarious. Because this is a conservative paper that regularly celebrates the loudest, most bombastic voices without many facts to back up their assertions. But what, pray tell, caused this royal appointment? Well, like this picture of Prince William riding down a highway on a standstill bike, this royal appointment is not going anywhere. I'll be here all night. First of all, the author reveals what she thinks the role of the royal family is by reporting that it wasn't that long ago, that it was largely predictable. Pictures, captions, pomp and ceremony, a bit of light to break up the darker news of each day. The author in this case is lamenting that Prince William was just at a regular engagement in Belfast recently when a bunch of protesters outside were shouting, "Free Palestine, let Gaza live." She writes that maybe these were directed at Prince William, but maybe not. It's too bad there wasn't a journalist there reporting on the event that could have gone up to the protesters and asked them. Oh wait, that was you. That was you. But here is truly the best part. The author could have also just revisited the piece that she wrote in February of this year, covering Prince William's controversial statement on Israel-Gaza. There's a whole piece right here. Prince of Wales' new Gaza plea would court controversy and did it anyway. Well, no, he kind of knew it wouldn't court that much drama because you would cover it like this. If it had been Meghan, let's be honest, the coverage would have looked a little something like this. Low on platitudes and high on specifics. LOL. I don't know, kind of seems like those protesters had a good reason to stand outside of an unrelated event that was held by Prince William. Or if you don't want a pesky little thing like accountability showing up, don't make these continued pledges that Middle East peace is your lifelong mission. The writer wonders if she should even cover these kind of protests, and the answer is yes, because an impartial reporter would report on everything that's going on. The response to the event itself. But if you see your job and your livelihood is based on access to the British royal family that they can take away at any time, then yes, you're going to wonder if you should report. I think ultimately what the monarchy would like, and royal reporters that report on them, is the ability for the Prince of Wales, for example, to do something controversial, like give a statement about Palestine and Gaza. They don't want to actually have a conversation, though. They don't want to see that through. They don't want to hear objections or people that actually want to hold them to task for statements that they've made. They want to report on the good. They want to report on the the bold actions, the success, but is it really? Is it really when there can be no conversation, no back and forth? Then it's kind of just words. I might make this the background of my phone, I'm not gonna lie. First of all, thank you for the respectful disagreement. I think up top, you have a really good argument. The monarchy is resilient and will continue for another 1,000 years. I mean, they have shown their resiliency, their ability to survive, but a lot of that is also because of the buy-in from the media and the government to keep them going. So the British media likes them because they make the money. They have a vested interest in the continuation of the monarchy. British government likes them because in hard times, the pomp and circumstance of the royal family helps to distract from whatever's going on over there. It's one of the reasons that we've heard, at least, that Rishi Sunak, who was then prime minister when King Charles was coronated, wanted a big pomp and circumstance and glitzy coronation. Because between Brexit, coronavirus, things have not been great in Britain, and they wanted something to celebrate. And that's worked in the past with the wedding of Queen Elizabeth and her coronation during some extremely hard times in the UK and globally. We're talking World War II, rations, the country being bombed. Generally, people weren't pleased about the size and the grandiose nature of King Charles's coronation. Because for whatever reason, people are becoming less and less okay with supporting this kind of institution when everyday people are struggling so badly. That's why I do wonder, when we get farther away from Queen Elizabeth's reign, if it will be looked at as a success, or if she potentially just delayed the inevitable. On the one hand, it's not supposed to be about Queen Elizabeth, right? She is the crown, she is the monarchy, but did they do a good enough job of passing that on to her successors? Did Queen Elizabeth become the thing people loved and not the monarchy? Not to mention all the information that has come out over the past few years about how the firm operates, how they feed information to the press. And the one thing that people are starting to take note of, I think, is that the royal family isn't really all that separated from politics. One of the criticisms that has been leveled against Charles is that when he was the Prince of Wales, he was regularly sticking his nose into politics, including the infamous Black Spider memos, where the Guardian was able to successfully file a fire request in order to get all of his memos that were sent to other leaders in different parts of the government, advocating for different things that he believed in. Want to know what the government's response was to that? They passed a law so that you cannot fire request the journals, the letters of the current sitting sovereign or their successor. The idea that the British royal family is separate from politics, I think, is one of the best PR operations that they have run. There's a fabulous book on this topic. It's called Running the Family Firm by Dr. Laura Clancy. And it gets into the front of stage, which the public sees, and then the people that make it possible behind the scenes, keeping the curtains closed so you do not see what is really going on, which involves the press, the government. And there was this reporting that came out in 2021 that royals vetted more than 1,000 laws via Queen's consent. It was Prince Charles and his mother. I actually think that there are steps that the royal family could take that even people who are kind of not cool with them would probably say, you know what, they're fine, it's good. Because I also understand that for some people, there is just value in having this royal family. This is a part of the national fabric. There's not a logical reason, it's an emotional one, and that's okay too. One way they could temper the accusations that they are too expensive to afford is by simply agreeing to follow tax laws that everyone else follows. Having the current duchy owners, King Charles and Prince William, accept a fixed income in exchange for the duchies, or at least part of the duchies, or simply not charging the British government to do things like have the Navy use the seaport, or the NHS rent out buildings to house ambulances. And I'm not saying that this is not a substantial change, but also how much money do you need? And that's where I think people are really having a hard time squaring away the immense wealth of the royal family with their output. Because it's difficult to watch Prince William rail against homelessness when he could have a massive impact just from his private income. Certainly, Prince William can bring attention to these charities, but he could really be impactful by giving money behind the scenes and advocating for proposals that experts in this field have said will help population experiencing homelessness. I think the wealth gap that has only grown since World War II between the richest and the poorest, and really even the middle class, it is getting harder and harder to sit with that and not ask, why are we footing the bill for this? And to be clear, I am not for or against a monarchy. I personally don't see how you can really modernize the monarchy in a way that's going to make everyone happy, especially since it's a system based on hierarchy. But ultimately, I believe that people deserve to have all the information. I find it kind of telling that the monarchy and the media, for the most part, are very determined not to let any of that out from behind the curtain.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. Guys, remember what the tabloids said. No one likes Harry and Meghan in Hollywood. And guess what? These people are raising millions. Can you believe that? Yes, as the brother, Minister of Hacks, brother, I love you. God bless you. Yes, God bless you, brother. And we do appreciate your support to Harry and Meghan. Yeah, we love people like you. You know, yes, continue to do the great work. And y'all guys, please go to TikTok and follow the brother, the Minister of Hacks, and also Meredith Constant. Yes, that's Meredith's name. That name is so cute. You know, that name really used to be, not used to be, it still is French name, Constant. Yes, that's a Constant in English, but it's Constant. That's a really legit French name. Y'all French speaking people, come on down here and drop down in a comment if y'all remember those Tonton Constant. Yes, so guys, yeah, these people apparently in Salty Island, they always talk to those royal supporters. They always go amongst them saying, like, guess what? The Hollywood really hates Harry and Meghan. And meanwhile, Archewell Foundation is raising dollars out here and is helping people. Y'all saw the event our Duchess of Sussex did have with the refugees from Afghanistan. Yes, those refugees do come on in this country on resettlement, and so for that resettlement they need charities to help them settle in the countries where they are relocating to and adapt to the new culture and all those. So the Archewell Foundation is helping with those one, and by raising those millions. Yeah, so you saw the article there. These people are raising money. Yeah, it doesn't matter what these haters are saying, whatever they're saying about the money being used. I don't know what are they doing over there on Salty Island? What is Bullion doing? What is this one here? Mumbleton. You know, the Mumbleton name also came from the Minister of Hacks. Yes, Kate Mumbleton. Yeah, I know, Minister of Hacks. You know, sometimes, you know, them people be cracking me up. Sometimes I can't even talk. Sometimes I can't even talk. I just laugh. Kate Mumbleton. That came from the English. And by the time she was missing, she became Kate Missington. That one came from Murad Morelli. You know, all those brothers, they be cracking me up. And also, this other name, Mambolina. Mm-hmm. Mambolina is another Missington's name. Kate Mambolina. Kate Mambolina, they talking about her wearing the tiaras, wearing all the pretty dress, but guess what? Meanwhile, the Duchess of Sussex is down here working. with her husband. They're doing really good job with the Archewell Foundation. So yes, guys, so the Archewell Foundation is helping the refugees in resettlement here in the United States of America, the refugees from Afghanistan. And so meanwhile, Kate Mumbleton and the husband are going to the Christmas parties with the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree that is everywhere. Everyone is even donating them for free. I also had an old one from my home, from my old house. Guess what? I also donated mine to the charity, not to the charity. I donated mine to the thrift store. Yes, I donated mine to the thrift store, and because I needed to get a new one for my facility and for my new home. So what I did, I went to purchase one for the facility. So they told me if you buy one, you get one free. So I purchased the brand new ones for my home and for my facility for the boys. And then I took my old one and donated it to the thrift store. So it's a cheap right now here. The Christmas trees are everywhere. And this Mumbleton took one and donated it to the poor people. I mean, seriously? With all that money? What happened to those jewels that was missing? Those jewels that were missing? Them jewels went missing a couple years ago. I don't remember what the year was, but after that, there's lots of stuff that has been happening in that family, and there's the divorce rumor, and all those weird articles y'all guys be reading around there. Probably these two are working on their marriage. So, Missington, what happened to those jewels? 80 million worth of jewels that were missing. What happened to them? Why not take the money that came from those jewels and help the poor? Why not take the money from the Duchy of Cornwall or from the Duchy of Lancaster to help people? Yo, the Archewell just what started how many years ago? Approximately 6 or 7 years ago. And this company is actually helping people. I don't believe it's that long. Y'all guys, please drop down here the chronology of this Archewell Foundation and all the great work that he's doing here by the people. And even the governor of California came to speak on the behalf of that Archewell Foundation. So y'all are gonna tell me the Duchy of Lancaster that was there from 1253, and this one Cornwall that was there from 1569 has no money to help the poor? On his birthday, this guy Charlie Boy went to open more food banks for y'all guys and stayed. That's how what these people really think about y'all guys. The people of that little island. The Salty Island people. This is what these people think of you. You're equivalent to food bank shoppers. Nothing more than that. You can't even shop at Walmart. They can't even donate money to help y'all guys to shop on your own. Instead, they're opening food banks for people to come to donate their rotten goods, their rotten cans of soups, outdated, expired, to y'all. And this guy here is your leader. On my birthday, guess what I'm going to do? I have all those inheritors. I have all these estates. But guess what I'm going to do to you? I open food banks. Ta-da! There you go. And Mambos with the jewels is donating Christmas tree. I don't know if there were many Christmas trees that she donated or if it was only one. Guys, y'all just talking about MAGA cult. These people are also in a cult. They are also in a cult. They are in a cult of this monarchy. What do y'all guys think about these people? The way they worship these people? These people, I mean, they still doing what they're doing to animals until today. Do y'all see them ride those animals with those heavy gold carriers? And y'all guys praising stuff like that? I'm not one of them PETA people organization, but guys, I might need to think to probably join that organization because somebody need to stop these people from using animals like a medieval time. Y'all got all those model, you got all those stuff that you can make nowadays, and they even started making all those flying cars, which these people I believe can afford. But they're still using those animals and people still clapping. They're watching those things and they're super happy to see those people being drugged, their carriers being drugged by animals. In 2024. Y'all look for the definition of cult in the book. In that book called dictionary. Or go to Dr. Google. So sickening. They're going to sit down there, fight Harry and Meghan. And meanwhile, these two are really doing the job that even the government can see. The governor of California came out here. These people are helping people. They are helping the resettlement of refugees, the people who are fleeing from their countries due to wars, insecurities. Helping them to integrate the society of the country of their asylum countries or their refugee countries. And these senseless people do not understand the meaning of really of everything that Harry and Meghan are doing. And how they're raising that money, how they're getting that money. They are hated, and how come they're getting those money? Y'all think that they're getting that money out of their own bank accounts? No. They are getting them from people. That's how charities raise money. And the records of all the charities are public. If y'all want to know if the Archewell, everything they're reporting is legal, go to their website. Go to the website of the state of California and Google the state website. It's going to tell you everything about that company. It's going to tell you everything about that foundation. And what was done and how it was done and how much it's earning and how it's paying of the whatever. Everything is going to be there. Y'all ain't got nothing on the successes. So right now here y'all saw that article, right? That article says Mick Mambos and their husband, they're gonna have the quiet Christmas. What does that mean? That means that they won't be seen together. They both probably won't be out here in the public. Because I'm telling you the truth. These two don't live together. Because remember, few months ago there was an article out here saying that Charlotte was surprised to see her daddy with beards. How you gonna be surprised to see somebody you live with? Beards doesn't grow overnight. No, they don't grow overnight. Yeah, I've been around here for too long. Yeah, you can't lie to me. I never seen somebody just go in bed and waking up and next morning they got beards on them face. No, And every single child, when they wake up in the morning, they see them daddies. They say, good morning, daddy. Bonjour, papa. Dobre utro, отец. Вот. What else? What else y'all want me to say? Charlotte doesn't live under the same roof with the daddy. But this journalist, when they posted that article, I don't know if the article is still there, but I'm going to try to look it up for y'all guys. And I posted it on here. If Charlotte was living in the same home with the daddy, she would never be surprised to see the daddy with beards. Which means make mambos. Mambolina. Mamboton doesn't live under the same roof with bullying. She is somewhere. She is probably living with her parents. And y'all remember they said she was gonna be joining her family for Christmas this year. And then this new article comes like she's gonna celebrate quietly to work on her marriage due to cheating rumors, infidelity rumors. And then few minutes later, the articles came out here. Camilla doesn't want her to become queen. Doesn't that sound too familiar? Why would she right now come out? Why would the tabloids bring that article just right now? That Camilla does not want to share her duties with Mambos, with Mambolina. That's in Espanol, y'all. That's Middleton in Espanol. Mambolina. Mambleton in Spanish. Yeah, Mambleton. In Spanish is Mambolina. No, Martin, Minister of Hacks, you rock. God bless you. And cookies and creams. Cookies and cream. Cookies and cream, I love you. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing to the membership of my channel. Thank you, Connie Balmer, for subscribing to my channel membership as well. And my queen, Lydia Washington, God bless you. Thanks for subscribing to my channel membership. And all the other subscribers and everyone else, thanks for your support. Thanks for your continued support. I love y'all. And guys, Mambo Town, Mambolina in Spanish. Few weeks or a month ago, there was an article saying Middleton, Mambleton, Mambolina, Espanol Mambolina, was going to join the Middletons for this Christmas. And then the other article said that she was going to join the royal family. But imagine you are a part of that family and someone is saying you are going to join that family. When you are, to us, outsiders, you are the member of that family. I mean, that English is your language, but guess what? We're going to sit down there and dissect your own language. Because guess what? We speak your language, you can't even speak ours. Okay? So shut up. Yes, that part. Messington, Middlebum, Mambolina, Mambleton. No, guys. Cookies and creams. Cookies and cream. This is your fault. I was being serious from the beginning of my video. But every time I think about you, Cookies and Cream, with those names, the sequences of the names that you do right down here. Oh, God. Let me come back together. I'm back. I'm going to try to be serious. But, you know, it just makes me happy when bullies get bullied. You know, this girl was no good to Meghan Markle. She should have been the good person there to embrace Meghan Markle, to say good stuff about her, to support her in a foreign country. But instead, she walked over her, spit in her face, did everything that she did, and said whatever she did to her unborn child. Guess what? Karma nowadays. Auntie Karma used to take a long time during Saddam Hussein's time. During those time, karma was slow. You know, after COVID, Auntie Karma changed her moves. She changed her moves. She be showing up. She be showing up. She be showing up quick. 2 to 3 years. The most. Auntie Karma is gonna show up. During Saddam Hussein time, Auntie Karma be slow. During those times. Nowadays, I'm telling you, Auntie Karma is like, guess what? I'm getting a little bit too old. I need to start moving a little bit quicker. That's what's happening to Make Mambos right now. She's been benched. And a few more minutes, you ain't gonna even see her anymore in the news. Continue to watch the news on YouTube, on TikTok. Keep those tabloids in check. The mirror is gonna come with the juice. And right now, even their own best friend, Piers Morgan, is spilling the tea. And you know, Piers Morgan is Camilla's best buddy. Yes. Camilla's best buddy. The Queen Escort. Escort's best buddy. He came out here to say that he is concerned about Kate Mambolina Missington's marriage. He want Mambolina with bullying to come clean. He want them to come clean. What does that ring in your ears? What does that mean? the truth are in the details. Try to dissect that phrase and try to understand what it means. Try to dissect to find the meaning of it. Dissect to see what you found in that one sentence. Find the meaning of it, what it means. So this is it for today. I love y'all guys. I'll talk to y'all guys later. Please subscribe to Isabella Beck's channel and share my videos. Subscribe to my brother Baron's channel and to all the success-friendly channels. Let's get all the brothers and sisters to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Yes, we can do it. It's possible. And guys, it was also my queen Chachinelli's birthday this week. My queen, I'm praying for you. Chachinelli, God bless you. And happy birthday. I'll talk to y'all guys again in a few more days. Bye for now.